So we have two sides to our business. One is that we're approaching 40% of comprehensive cancer centers that are running UNU to run all their trials. That's, call it 200 trials at one site. We also work with sponsors and CROs where we're doing the imaging trial conduct, where we're the ones supplying the web uploader and providing the way to send the imaging in for central review, and that looks more like one trial with 200 sites. The same UNU platform with no customization does both at the same time, and so that's where we're sitting at an interesting opportunity here for sites and for sponsors as we can start to connect these workflows. And what we see on the sponsor side of the house, right? So in some ways, your customer who's entrusting you with their trials is that the uploaded DICOM data is being uploaded in a separate uploader from the imaging metrics results or lesion measurements that's being put in an EDC. And there's actually no markings on the images that correlate to those measurements and no traceability beyond you and your investigator site file. If you went one step beyond the investigator site file and said, prove to me that this tumor metric form is accurate, that would be very difficult. And that's a big challenge for the sponsors. So they're asking you to upload imaging one place, upload your measurements in another place. Then if they have an adverse event, sometimes they haven't asked you for the images, but they urgently want the images. Then you're responding to queries because they're trying to put all this data back together. And once that's all done, sometimes they haven't organized all their data and they ask you for a full DICOM data download at the end of a trial. So there's data teams that are downstream from the ones doing all of these measurements that are also suffering. And again, if you think about this more broadly, it really does fit together into one workflow. But it is important to say that sponsors are struggling that they can't get their source imaging data from sites and their results from sites in a timely fashion. And sites are also struggling with all of the chaos of all of the different protocols and no system that makes that happen.